So this evening I'm going to share with you a little secret on how to undo crystallized honey. So first of all, you might say, what is crystallized honey? I'll show you what it is. So this is our honey, of course, from our bees. We don't process our honey. We don't heat it up. So what will happen to raw honey sometimes, or if you have it sitting on your shelf for a long time, or it may happen, not very long. It just depends. But what will happen sometimes is it crystallizes, which doesn't really turn hard, but watch. It doesn't come out, right? See? Nothing. So if you see in there, it's not, like I said, it's not really hard. It's called crystallizing. You can see on this one, this whole thing crystallized. This one, you can tell the difference. That bottom half is crystallized. The top is still liquid, see? Okay? So it doesn't mean it went bad. It did not go bad at all. By any means, you do not have to throw away crystallized honey. You can definitely still use crystallized honey, and I'm going to show you how to make it back to the liquid form. So what you do is, if you have it in glass jars, which that's what we use, is glass jars, you will get a pan of any size, depending on how much you have. We have a lot. This box, the whole box, pretty much crystallized on us. Now, of course, that's not all the honey we had. So in our case, it really actually wasn't that much that crystallized, but it looks like it. So you put into this, you have a little bit of water. If you look into here, it's probably about an inch or 2 inches of water at the bottom of your pan. Put the jars of honey in here. And then what you're going to do is you're going to put this into your oven at about 100 degrees. Or for our oven, we do a warming. There's a warming. So we put it on warm. And it's going to take about 3 hours in a warm oven. And what will happen, well, it'll change it back to liquid honey, which I will show you once these go. I'm going to go put these in the oven, and then I will show you once they come out what it looks like when it goes back to regular honey. And like I said, crystallized honey is not bad, not at all, and you're going to be amazed what happens when it comes back out of the oven. So I'm going to go put this in the oven, and I'll be right back. Alright, so now we're waiting for our honey in the oven to revert back to liquid, and I'm going to tell you a couple things. So first of all, I wanted to tell you that we actually have an idea that we're going to be building. We're going to find an old fridge, Okay, so we're going to get an old fridge. It doesn't have to necessarily be a big one. It could be probably just a little fridge, or it could be a big fridge. Just an old one that doesn't work anymore, right? And you take that, and then you get a type of a tank heater that you use for livestock, and you put it on the bottom of that refrigerator. You kind of have to wire it, I suppose. My husband knows more about that part, but he told me that we're going to do this. And so we're going to put it in there, and then what that does, instead of having to use our oven to do what we're doing right now with the honey when it crystallizes to get it back to liquid form, you can put it in there. So I suppose if you had a big bucket, right, that happened to, you could put the whole bucket in there. Your 5-gallon bucket like we store our honey in. You could put that whole bucket in that refrigerator, and it would keep that, it would heat it up, to get it back to liquid form. So we're going to definitely build one of those. So then that way, because you cannot put a 5-gallon bucket, of course, in our normal oven. So that wouldn't work. But anyway, so we will do a video, and we will show you when we find that old fridge to do that with. But, so that was one thing. Now, second, I wanted to share with you all of our new jars of honey that we bought to put our honey in to sell, and how cute they are and how cool they are. So we have a lot of variety of sizes now. So this little thing, we bought a box of this, and we gave away these for Christmas presents for people. So look how cute. It looks like a little honey pot, right? So it's so cute. So this was just really just for cuteness and gifts. We don't sell it this way. Then this one looks like a beehive. It's really cute because it's like bumpy. It looks like a beehive, right? So this was kind of the same thing, just for cuteness, right? I mean, I don't know. We've never sold this small of a one, but I suppose if somebody wanted to buy it, we could come up with a price for it. But really, for selling purposes, here are our selling sizes. So we have the 1 pound, which was, this is our normal, and of course we have labels for them, except for not these two small ones. We need to get a little label for these, but we haven't done that yet. But we do have labels from this size up now. But we don't put the labels on until we actually sell them, because that way we can still wipe it clean and make it look nice before we put the label on it to sell it. So here's our 1 pound container. Here's our 2 pound container, which we have decided and found out this is a popular size, 2 pounds, popular size. A lot of people get 2 pounds. Then you have 3 pounds, which is, this is a really cool jar. It looks like an old mason jar, right? But it's specifically for honey. So we have a nice label that goes on that as well. And then of course, we don't have any more of them because we sold out, but we had our gallon size bucket. It was a white bucket. That was probably about, like that. And it had a nice label on it too. And that was very popular, actually. Surprised me how much, like I said, we sold out of them. So I'm very surprised on how many people bought that much honey. And actually, we even had a person who bought it 2 times. They went through the honey that quickly. So it must have been delicious. Well, it is delicious, I can say for sure, because I've eaten our honey. And then also, our biggest size, of course, is the 5-gallon bucket, which we have never sold that yet. That's a lot of honey, 5 gallons. So those are our selling sizes from 1 pound, 2 pound, 3 pound, 1 gallon, and then 5 gallons. So this is our sizes and our cool jars. And then I do want to show you at the end of this video what the honey looks like. Remember at the beginning I showed you the crystallized honey. Now I'm going to go and show you when it reverts back to liquid form, how you can't tell the difference between this never crystallized, and then I will compare that to the one that was crystallized but went in the oven, and the trick to show you what it looks like. So I'll be right back. Alright, so now I'm going to show you, like I said, what it looks like. Remember at the beginning of the video, the crystallized honey, how it was hard, not like hard, but like really, really extra thick and kind of like crystally. It's kind of hard to explain until you see it, but you saw it, right? And you probably have seen it in the past. Now I want to show you what it looks like out of the oven when it reverts back to liquid. And here it is. So see? Totally liquid. Again, the bubble goes all the way up to the top. And this was crystallized. It was the one, just like the one I showed you, was crystallized and now totally liquid again. So all that takes is in your oven, warm temperature, 100 degrees approximately, for approximately 3 hours, and it will go back to this. Now check it as it goes, because of course it could take a little less than 3 hours. That's just what it took us. So just kind of check it. But you want it to go back to this exact form. And as you can tell, this jar never had crystallized, so you cannot tell the difference at all between it. And that's also a great reason to buy honey. First of all, raw honey. We all know that, right? Not processed honey. Second of all, honey in glass containers. That's what we use. We use premium honey containers. So our price is a little higher than your normal store-bought honey, of course, or even people who sell their honey in plastic containers. Their price is going to be cheaper. Of course, plastic, I mean, who wants to buy honey in plastic? This is a natural premium product that God's creation makes, right? So you want to keep it as pure as you can. So we use glass. And so if you buy honey from us, that's why our prices may be a couple dollars higher, but definitely it's worth it, because look at the containers you get. And also you would be able to, if it does crystallize, quickly, easily, without much effort, get it back to liquid form. If this was in plastic, you obviously could not do that because it would melt the plastic, right? So, I mean, you'd have to, you really couldn't do that, because it'd be hard. It's hard to get crystallized honey out of the glass container or out of the container. So you couldn't really like take it out of the plastic, put it in something else and heat it. I mean, that would be really hard. So definitely buy your honey in glass containers. Preferably if you want to buy them from us, that would be wonderful, because our honey money goes to missions, so it helps bless other people. So, of course, though, if you don't live close to us, I would understand that you don't buy the honey from us. But you could always ask us in the comments if you want to buy honey from us for our missions outreach. So, definitely, that would be wonderful. That would be, great. But if you can't, it's okay. Just thank you for watching our video, and put a thumbs up if you like it, and subscribe, and please tell your family and friends to subscribe too, because it's really blessing us, it's really helping us, and in turn we can bless others and you with the life that God has blessed us with, and to share our experience with you all. So thanks for watching. Please leave comments if you like this idea, or if this has ever happened to you, or way that you something that you do with your honey, or if it crystallizes. So thanks for watching. Have a wonderful night. And remember that Jesus is always there waiting for you. Bye.